1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honey Bee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
And I'm the other one of your hosts, Honey Bee.
We are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started with 1933's King Kong, and today we are in the year 2022 with something called 2025 Armageddon. This is a colossal piece of shit from the Goddamn Asylum celebrating their 25th anniversary, which is why it has the title 2025.
And also, I'm just going to say it, I really loved how they decided to celebrate.
Oh, really? Yeah, they
Yeah.
decided to celebrate by smashing all their toys together. Unfortunately, their toys suck ass.
Yeah, but at least they admit that. I'm like,
They're
they know
right
it.
up front, and they're like, oh, yeah, that the company that makes those shitty movies.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. It is
Yeah, I loved that.
not telling me any information other than it's in English. It doesn't tell me the length. Of course, there's no box office or budget listed. The cast: Michael Pare as Thomas Ramsey. Honeybee, are you familiar with Michael Pare?
No.
He started out strong and then quickly ended up in this kind of shit.
Oh, really? What did he start out in?
He was in the TV show Greatest American Hero. He was in the movie Eddie and the Cruisers, as well as its sequel, Streets of Fire, The Philadelphia Experiment. He had a TV show called Houston Nights that I've never seen or heard of. But then he started being in things like Moon 44 and Village of the Damned. Bad Moon, I think we did on the show before. Yes, Bad Moon. It's a horror movie, but it's a little more mainstream horror movie. But eventually he starts being in things like Komodo versus Cobra and Postal and Blood Rain 2 and this kind of...
Yeah, no idea. Haven't heard of really any of that stuff. So even the good stuff he started in.
I recommend Eddie and the Cruisers, and I recommend Greatest American Hero.
All right.
And let's see, moving on, we have Jay Castles as Lieutenant Commander Madeline Webb, Lindsay Marie Wilson as Dr. Quinn Ramsey, Joseph Michael Harris as Corporal McKee, David Thomas Newman as Private First Class Sharp, Gerald Webb as Jerry Ford, Anthony Jensen as Adam Forrester, Sarah Living as Gretchen Willis, Philip Andre Botello as Aaron Farmer, Jolene Anderson as Lucy Taggart, and Paul Logan as Officer Greg Stern. And Paul and Michael are the only two that have their own Wikipedia page. Are they leaving somebody out there, though? Who was the actor? He's somebody.
Which one?
The guy that said he was an actor that was in a bunch of...
Oh, the crazy
Yeah.
old man dude.
Yeah, that he was in a bunch of Asylum movies. And he's actually been in... I think he was actually in all those movies that he mentioned. Let me see. Was that Anthony Jensen, maybe? I don't know. It's not that important. No, Michael Gaglio. So he was the old actor that's been in a bunch of Asylum stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Wikipedia did not list him, but IMDb does. That's weird because he was...
Damn, well, that's kind of fucking rude, because he was kind of like a important part.
Yeah. All right, so Honeybee, what were your initial thoughts and feelings on Armageddon?
I mean, I really love that they were like, yeah, this shitty film company that does those shitty monster movies, that really... I was laughing so hard about that. I really love how they just smashed everything together and they were like, this one, and then this one, and then this one. I just really liked it. I mean, you know, I didn't really like the movie, but I enjoyed what they did. I enjoyed the effort. I enjoyed the chaos. I enjoyed that they were just real about it. And every time we watch one of these movies, I always think, like, there's gotta be people, right? There's gotta be people who just, like, fucking love this shit. And I feel like this really seals the deal, because they're like, yeah, you know, they're basically like, there's gotta be people who love this shit, when they're talking about just, like, how, you know, the you know, that place that called the Asylum that makes the crappy monster movies. I just really appreciated that. There's so much chaos and so much going on in this movie. Also, I'm looking at my notes, and one of my first notes, I realize now that I'm here and that we're talking about it, that it's supposed to be Chekhov's science project, but I wrote Tchaikovsky's science project. And I'm like, wait, now that I'm, like, actually reading it back and looking at it, I realized, no, that is wrong. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was really funny how they did it. It was so chaotic, and there was so much going on that it's just, you know, it's insane. It's just zany. It's wacky. It's the Asylum. And I think we've watched so many movies at this point, Asylum movies in particular, that I kind of enjoy them in a really weird way. Like, I'm starting to be one of the wackadoodles who loves these crappy monster movies. Because, like, the last few ones that we've watched, to me, haven't been that torturous. Like, I remember when we first started watching Asylum movies, it'd be like, oh god, when is it gonna end? Like, no, they're so bad. But now I just really kind of enjoy them. I mean, I kind of enjoy the laugh. I enjoy how ridiculous they are. And yeah, I mean, I had a great time watching it, for sure.
I think I might have given you Stockholm Syndrome for the Asylum.
Yeah, that tracks, honestly. That tracks for me.
Oh, man. Well, I did not enjoy it nearly as much as you, or perhaps at all. I found our two leads very unpleasant.
Maddie and Quinn?
Yeah, for no good reason.
Yeah, for sure.
Just, I don't know. I think somebody somewhere thinks that strong woman equals bitch, and I don't think it needs to be done that way. But
right, yeah, I'll agree with that for sure. Like, why do you guys hate each other? Like,
yeah.
What is going on?
They never really explained what that was about.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I appreciate you know, talking about how acknowledging that they're bad movies, they also acknowledge their business plan of tricking you into buying or renting the wrong movie. Right in the first scene.
Which is just so funny. Yeah. I really appreciated that. I'm like, hell yeah. At least they're upfront about it, and they're not like, oh, I'm so sneaky. You know, like, I appreciate the fuckery. I really do.
So here's our plot from Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. In 2006, twin sisters Madeline and Quinn, who I did not get were twin sisters, view...
Oh, the only reason why I got it was because they're in the same grade.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's right. They view snakes on a train, which was mistakenly purchased by their grandmother, who believed it was snakes on a plane. The sisters bond over the film and develop a love of the Asylum movies. Do they? Well, they're not
debatable. They're not
the ones,
really the ones
that go on about it. There's that one guy that's
right.
clearly seen them all, even the non-monster ones. He's seen Bachelor Night and stuff like that.
Right.
Anyway, over the next 2 decades, Madeline becomes a commander in the United States Navy, while Quinn joins NASA, and the sisters become estranged. Madeline's ship is sunk by a giant piranha, leaving her the only survivor.
I freaking love... I honestly, I was like, the giant piranha looks pretty good for an Asylum film. And also, something I love in any movie, but especially a shitty one, is when someone, like, looks up and says, my God. Like, I don't know why, but it just really, like, I'm like, I just love that. And it happens in almost every movie, you know? Like, it's just one of those things. But I just really love that there's just, like, this giant fishy trying to, like, eat this ship. And she's like, get the fuck off my ship! And then there's just a man who just stands up, looks off into the distance, and says, my God. I don't know. I just love it.
So Madeline jumps on the big machine gun thing and shoots the piranha herself, because apparently she's the only member of her crew. That's not the commander's job, but, we're trying to save money here by using a minimum number of actors.
Right.
So she becomes the only survivor. She later comes upon a city being attacked by a pair of giant robots and manages to take control of one, like you do. Quinn, meanwhile, discovers the destruction of the International Space Station by a rogue asteroid and informs their father, Thomas, a cabinet official. As they investigate these incidents, strange drones are seen in multiple cities, scanning areas with lasers. Why were they scanning with lasers? I don't know if that ever
I don't know, and
means
also
anything.
they're really shitty lasers apparently, because like if you see one of these drones, you can like hide behind a tree and it's not going to scan you. Like they're not very good. Right. So they were just kind of shitty all the way around, but that's all right. It's all right. We'll take it.
Washington, D.C. is then attacked by a giant crocodile. By the time the crocodile disappears, much of the government has been killed in the chaos, and the city being completely destroyed, resulting in Thomas being sworn in as president.
And we also, at some point, before a lot of this is happening, I think.
Right.
Or maybe, I don't know, right in the middle, we get the married couple who are like figuring it out that all of these monsters kind of remind me of these shitty monster movies that I love. And I kind of love that they put a guy who's obsessed with the Asylum movies in it. It's just really made my heart happy.
Yeah. So these guys work for the FCC. There's a couple that work for the FCC who for some reason are monitoring views on some app, which is not under the purview of the FCC at all. They're only responsible for broadcast television and radio. If it's on cable, I don't think they have any jurisdiction. But there you go. And they noticed this uptick in downloads of Asylum movies, which apparently are being downloaded chronologically, I guess. And they're not sure if there's some kind of fraud going on to boost their ratings or what. So I guess that's their excuse for investigating it, that there could be some fraud. Anyway, an attack on a subway train in Tokyo by a giant snake leads Madeline and Quinn to realize that the creatures are imitating those featured in movies by the Asylum. This theory is borne out by the appearance from a mega shark to the battle near the eastern seaboard. Meanwhile, FCC investigators, here they are, uncover suspicious activity around multiple Asylum films on video streaming services in which the films have been streamed for abnormally long amounts of time. Now, I don't know why these guys, because I think we do see these guys first. And then we see Madeline and Quinn figuring it out. And I'm like, well, then why do we need the FCC guys if Madeline and Quinn have figured it out on their own?
And also, I feel like the wife in this couple, like we've seen her before in Asylum films. She looks very familiar to me. I feel like we've seen her in one or two just randomly. She kind of always plays this part.
Okay.
Which I was like, okay, cool. Very cool. I like that. But also, I was like, this is kind of stupid. We just don't really need it. It's not necessary. But I do like how they kind of explain it a little better. Because the whole, Quinn and Madeline thing is just so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Because, they just both are just... their whole, rivalry thing. Their whole, I don't know, thing is just really... I don't get it.
Yeah.
They never explain it. And they were, friends when they were younger. We, saw that.
So
I don't really...
The summary here didn't mention it, but you did. They win a prize for their science fair project where they make an electromagnet.
A ferromagnetic apparatus.
Yes. Yeah. Which...
Tchaikovsky's bullet.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And I guess their dad has been carrying the prize around with him in his office or whatever. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's only one prize, so they can't. Neither of them can have it because the other one would be pissed off. So Dad keeps it for the two of them.
Stupid.
I guess. Anyway, it is discovered that the creatures are being sent by a hostile alien race who have misinterpreted Asylum films as depicting real-life mythology and are using facsimiles of the creatures as weapons for an invasion of Earth. Stupid plan.
Which, okay, I like that there are like they're like the X what do they call them?
Exilians?
Something in this.
Oh, I don't know
in this they call them the Zaletians, but
okay.
it's like Xelitian Zaletians. But I did like that there were like aliens and they're just like doing like fuck ass shit. But I'm just like, there's so many different groups of people in this movie
right.
doing different things that I'm like, ugh, okay, do we need to add any more? Because I'm really confused as it is, like trying to go back and forth between the people and how they're connected. And in asylum films, usually like those things aren't really important because you're just like monster movieing it up, you know? Mm-hmm. But for some reason in this movie, it just seems more important because of like how they're breaking it down as like, oh, you know, it's us, the asylum people, doing the asylum thing, and it's our 25th anniversary, and we're gonna do as much as we fucking can. We're gonna put as much information, as many monsters, as many different groups of people as we can in this short amount of time because we suck and we love it. I don't know. It was just a lot. There's just so much going on. I was like, okay, I liked that the aliens were doing the thing, 3D printing these monsters, if you will.
Right.
But it was a lot. There's just so much to pay attention to in this movie.
And that's what's mentioned next. The drones 3D print the creatures to deploy them. An investigation begins into what the asylum is, during which they discover that this next part doesn't make sense to me. During which they discover that the universe is a higher level of existence than the films, which are perceived as content from the asylum's signal, transcending it from their official website, from the production company to the real world. Is this how the aliens are interpreting it? I don't know. However, because the aliens' home planet is only receiving an extremely weak signal to stream the movies, their facsimiles are low resolution and fall apart shortly after creation. Why don't they just 3D print their own shit?
Because they're sitting there, because they're like just sitting on their giant spaceship watching asylum movies, being like, "Fuck yeah!"
I guess they have no creativity of their own. Deducing that the creatures can be fought using tactics similarly copied from the original films, Thomas has the military lure the mega shark into battle with a 5- and 6-headed shark, and both are defeated. That was sent from another attack. Okay. From this, the aliens realize that humanity has discovered their strategy and begin the next phase of their invasion by sending a ship to land on Earth. Quinn and a military unit trace the location of a damaged drone, but the unit falls into a trap where some of the soldiers are brainwashed by the aliens using lights launched from their hands. This is a whole other level. This is like another movie happening here.
Yeah, it really is. And I
zombie.
will, and the yes, I was like, what the fuck? I literally, my note is in all caps, zombies.
You know,
but
aliens creating zombies. Where have we seen that before? That must have been their 9th plan.
And also, the aliens can shapeshift as well. So they can become, you know, like the people that you think you know and love, and then zoom, zam, bap, bibbity boppity boo, you're now an alien too.
Quinn evades capture and secretly boards the ship, where she then... They have magic walkie-talkies that can just, transmit over any distance. And she is like talking on her walkie-talkie to her dad while the aliens are like 6 feet away.
Yeah, it's very the magic. It's very the magic of the theater.
Yeah.
Like, in Grease, when like Sandy and Danny are 4 feet away from each other, and he's like, "Wonder what she's doing now." And it's like, well, if you look to your right, you know what she's doing now. Like, it's very much like they're really trying to make this the magic of the theater in this really shitty movie.
Wow. The alien mothership's location in the ocean is determined, and multiple submarines refitted as mecha sharks are deployed to attack it. They achieve their goal after facing a mega shark and defeating it together. I don't even remember that. Madeline reconstructs the Armada suit she acquired earlier and joins the battle piloting it because, she has all the skills. She can fix anything, pilot anything. The aliens respond by sending a hybrid of many creatures fused together. This thing was insane. She defeats the hybrid, prompting the aliens to summon a Sharknado 6. Did anybody say that's what it was called? And all the mecha sharks, along with the mega shark, are absorbed into the vortex to protect the ship. Well,
I kind of like this part. I'm not gonna lie. I was really cheering for Sharknado.
While she battles the Sharknado, the brainwashed soldiers return to the bunker where Thomas is sheltering, intent on converting the president to advance the invasion. There was a bunch of stuff with him and his assistants where they were just kind of going back and forth and like, we've got to get out of here. We've got to help the civilians. But yes, we've got to get out of here, though. Like the same person would say both things, that we got to get out of here and we've got to help the civilians. And they kind of would go back and forth. And I'm like, but just make up your fucking minds. It just seemed like really bad writing to me. What? Bad writing?
In this movie? No way.
A soldier who avoided conversion alerts Thomas to the fact that those who fall victim to the brainwashing are transformed into members of the alien species and can brainwash new victims. Thomas attempts to escape while protecting the others sheltering at the bunker, but is captured and converted. Oh no.
Oh no, Thomas! He's kind of like the best part,
Yeah.
I feel like. But also, I love how the alien just like zip zap into other things, and then they like look at the president, and the president's like, gasp, what the hell? And they're like, they're aliens, sir. Like, they just like, it's so cavalier, like, they're aliens, sir. Yeah. No, don't worry about it, we got it.
Yeah, Madeline's Armada suit is damaged beyond repair despite destroying the Sharknado in the process. Quinn is discovered by the aliens and nearly converted, but she uses their weakness to sound waves to slip away on a landing ship. Oh, what does she turn on?
But it's so funny,
she
though,
she
how
drops
like, they
something.
find her. It's the prize. It's the goddamn science prize.
Yes, the science prize.
The trophy.
When you drop it, it just
and
rings
she's like,
in a
I'm
certain
sorry.
way.
Yeah, she's like, I brought it on accident. But the best part about this is, like, the aliens find her, and then instead of just, like, zapping her or whatever the fuck they're gonna do, she's like, wait, pause, freeze, hold on, and they do. I'm like, what? How is that? How does that working? Like, it's, time out.
Truce,
like,
truce,
oh my
apple
God,
juice.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Truce, apple juice. That's hilarious. Yeah, and they do. And I was like, what? Come on, man. They're trying to, like, destroy the whole world. And you think that they're going to be like, oh, wait, hold on, guys. She said pause. Everybody freeze for a second. We got to listen to what she says. It's the rules.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so funny.
During her escape, she's like,
wait, freeze, I'm unarmed. All I have is this trophy I won in the 5th grade for my ferromagnetic apparatus.
During her escape, she sabotages the control system for the drones as the mothership attempts to leave Earth through a wormhole where all creatures are absorbed. Many creatures are generated at random, and a giant octopus attacks it. This part just made no sense. I didn't even get that she had sabotaged it. It's just suddenly there's a wormhole and a giant octopus, and the ship is going through it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in any way that she had caused that to happen. Quinn's lander happens to crash near Madeline's location. Yeah, this is the other thing. Earlier in the movie, when Madeline shows up in the robot, you know, Quinn and her father are just out in the woods, and she just randomly finds them with no way to track them. She just coincidentally happens to land where they are, which was and this happens again. Yeah, this is like Charles Dickens level coincidence bullshit here.
Yeah, and when she does find them, the way she finds them too is like they're all like kind of hiding in these bushes, and I guess the sister is kind of sticking out a little bit, and she like gets out of the thing. She's like, "You were always bad at hide and seek, Madeline. Like you always did suck at." And they're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, the Colombian military took this down, and I snuck in it and took it, you know, like you do, no big deal." And it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, none of this makes any fucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah. So Quinslander happens to crash near Madeline's location, and the sisters reunite, but they're confronted by the brainwashed former humans led by Thomas. However, Thomas retains some of his humanity and leads those following him away instead of having his daughters transformed. Madeline and Quinn overcome their estrangement, realize that their battle has only just begun. Why? Everything disappeared through a fucking wormhole. Oh, and at some point, the FCC guy got killed by zombies, didn't he?
Yeah, which is sad. Because I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. And it sucks too because his poor wife, well, it like sucks so bad too. It's like he dies and then his wife is like, "No, I can't leave him," and they're like, "Come on, we gotta get the fuck out of here." And she's like, my husband."
I'm not even sure which guy that was.
He was the black guy.
No, I know, but his name, I mean.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what the FCC people, I don't know what their names were.
Like the actor's name or like the character? I don't know why I'm asking. One. I don't know either one. Yeah.
Either one. I think he might have been Gerald Webb playing Jerry Ford, and I think his wife was Sarah Leaving playing Gretchen Willis. I think.
Couldn't tell you.
Let's see. You thought she might have been in other Asylum stuff. I'm going to check.
Yeah, I thought I recognized her from other Asylum
Well, she was in Super Shark, 500 Mile Per Hour Storm, Lakeview Terrace, Dorothy and the Witches of Oz.
Oh.
Amityville Terror. Some of these are definitely got to be Asylum movies. She was the Wicked Witch of the East. Oh, there's Witches of Oz and then Dorothy and the Witches of Oz. Looks like one was a TV miniseries and one was a movie. Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus. Did we watch that one? Dunwich Horror?
Yeah.
Monster. She was in fucking Monster.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, we watched both.
She was in Invasion of the Pod People, which my brother and I watched for the other podcast, but have not recorded yet. So, and the War of the...
Yeah, I definitely, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, this bitch! Like, we've seen her a few times.
She was in a War of the Worlds that we'll be watching at some point. So there you go. Honeybee, what are you going to rate 2025?
Oh, shit, man. I don't know, because I did enjoy it, but I don't want to rate it too highly because it's not like the really great movie. I guess a 2.8. I guess. I don't know, because I really enjoyed this movie. It made me laugh a lot. I liked seeing the different, like, the monsters that we've seen, like Crocosaurus come and, like, whoop ass, and then, like, Sharknado, and at one point when we see all the, like, different headed sharks all swimming in one direction, like, it was cool to see all of the, like, little things that we've seen throughout our journey in kaiju movies and some other things that we maybe haven't seen but are still Asylum movies. I really enjoyed how they called shit out, and I just thought it was like a lot of fun. But yeah, do I think it's a great movie? Not necessarily, I mean, no, but I do think it was like a lot of fun, and if you're into this sort of thing or you watch a lot of Asylum films, then I feel like, it's for the fans. It's to celebrate the 25th fuckery. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I don't think it's a great movie.
No, I'm giving it 1 star, and I had to watch this piece of shit twice because I watched
tell
it.
The people why?
Because I just freaking forgot. I watched it like I don't know, a month or two ago, just to sort of and when I was looking through the description, I'm like, I don't remember any of this. I can't remember a fucking thing about this movie. Nothing of it stuck in my head. So I'm going to have to watch it again.
That's so funny.
Thoroughly forgettable. So,
yeah.
Well,
it's
on Tubi if you feel the need to watch it, as is next week's movie.
It's also on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So you can watch it on YouTube without ads if you'd like.
Next week's movie is Yuzo, The Biggest Battle in Tokyo, which is also on Tubi.
And is also insane.
yes, in a different way, yeah. So there you go. Thanks for joining us, folks. If you like what we do, please rate and review, like and subscribe. Consider joining our Patreon. Until next week, I have been Precious D.
And I have been Honey Bee.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.